Zara Goldthorn. In the quiet village of Tidewatch, where the sky meets the endless mirrored sea, Zara Goldthorn wakes before the sun. She moves through the narrow stone lanes, her ember eyes catching the first glimmer of light on the water, as if the sea itself were a glass of amber. Zara is a scout, swift and silent, known for her keen sight and the way she can read the wind as a book. Each day she walks the dunes, mapping the shifting dunes and the whispering reeds, a rhythm that feels as ordinary as breathing, yet holds a secret promise in her gaze. One morning, as the tide rolls in, a sudden blackness spreads across the surface of the mirrored sea, swallowing the reflected sky. The water, once a flawless mirror, now trembles with a dark ripple that spreads toward the village. Fisherfolk gasp, and the elders mutter of an ancient curse. Zara watches the distortion, feeling the unease settle like a cold stone in her chest. The ordinary world she knows is slipping into an unfamiliar night. Determined, Zara ties her leather strap, grabs her weather-worn compass, and sets out toward the far shore where the blackness originates. She decides to find the source of the darkness, to restore the sea's reflection and the village's calm. Her mind holds one question: what hidden force has turned the sea into a void, and can her ember eyes pierce the gloom? The first obstacle appears as a dense fog that rolls from the water, thick as wool and filled with whispered warnings. The fog twists the path, making familiar landmarks disappear. Zara's heart races, but she presses on, listening to the faint hum of a distant tide. The fog tests her resolve, forcing her to trust the rhythm of her own breath and the memory of the sea's song. At the edge of the fog, Zara discovers a broken pier, its wood splintered by an unseen force. The blackness emanates from a cracked shell in the water, a deep wound that leaks darkness. As she reaches out, the water pulls her, revealing that the sea itself is wounded, its pain echoing through the village. The stakes rise. If she cannot mend the sea's heart, the entire coast will drown in the darkness she sees reflected in her eyes. The scout faces a choice: to dive into the blackened water and try to seal the crack, risking her own life, or to retreat to the safety of the shore, leaving the sea to bleed. Zara remembers the stories her mother told, of a scar that was healed by love and sacrifice. With her ember eyes burning brighter, she decides to plunge into the blackness, carrying the memory of her ancestors and the rhythm of the mirrored sea within her. In the heart of the darkness, Zara feels the weight of the sea's sorrow, and she sings the old lullaby of tide and moon. The song reverberates, and the blackness shivers, then splits like a glass breaking and reforming. Light floods the water. The mirrors of the sea flash with the colors of sunrise. The darkness recedes, and the mirrored sea returns to its tranquil, reflecting self, restored by Zara's brave heart. When Zara surfaces, the village erupts with a chorus of relief. The mirrored sea now glitters, its surface smooth and bright, reflecting the new dawn. Zara stands on the pier, her ember eyes shining with the memory of the night's trial, but also with a gentle, steady glow. The village returns to its rhythm, but now each wave carries a story of courage, and the sea sings a new song of hope, forever mirrored in the eyes of the scout.